Leadership, one word that has changed the course of human events. Empires have been won or lost. Businesses succeed or fail. Individuals prosper or falter based upon leadership. Two babies born in a ghetto, one becomes a criminal, the other becomes a cadet at the Air Force Academy. Did that have anything to do with leadership? It has everything to do with leadership. I've never seen any situation in any environment where leadership didn't make it better if it was present and didn't make it worse if it was absent. But a lot of people think that leadership is about scope, it's about size. Leadership is about armies, it's about continents and countries. In fact, leadership goes from the top all the way to the bottom. There was a show last night on the Marines, and they were talking about, it's the squad that really engages the enemy. So somebody supervising 5 people on an assembly line is just as much a leader, or maybe more so a leader, than somebody who's, the governor of a state. So leadership is not about size, it's not about scope. Another thing that comes up when you talk about leadership, and I'm sure you've learned this, somewhere along the way they say that as a leader, and I have some very capable friends that are leaders that used to believe this, that in order to be a leader, you have to be born a leader. Well, I wrote a book, that was mentioned, Selling at Mach 1. Selling at Mach 1 is about how you gain influence. Kind of redefined in the business world what selling was. A lot of people said that selling was about satisfying customers' needs. As I point out in this particular book, when you satisfy a customer's need, all you have done is the same thing as your competition. If you're going to compress the time it takes to build a relationship with another human being, a customer, what you need to do is to gain influence. You gain influence through your behavior. We all know that behavior can be learned. You can be taught the behavior of leadership. Some of the best leaders that I know right now, older gentlemen, were not particularly good leaders early on, but they were taught the behavior of leadership, and all of a sudden now they're very good leaders. Let's start with some facts about leadership. People like to be led. They will decide who leads them. Their effort will be a direct result of how they are treated. Leaders adapt to individual needs. Leaders do not treat everybody equally. Leaders do treat everybody fairly. Now think about that. And there are some people running around saying, "Oh, I treat everybody equally." I mean, we heard that earlier today, and it's just, it's really more phraseology than actuality. But in fact, you've got 2 people in your organization. One has been around 20 years as a top performer. The other one just came on the scene, hasn't really done anything yet. Would you treat them equally? I think not. You would treat them fairly. So when we ask about leadership, we talk about leadership. There's been a lot of people that have said leadership is about accomplishing objectives. It's about directing activities. It's said that leaders are persistent. They're charismatic. It's been said that leaders create compelling visions. I had my first gang of toddlers at about 3, so I've been leading for a lot of years. And for as long as I've been leading in as many organizations as I have led, even to this day, I'm not sure that I could create a compelling vision, but that doesn't mean that I can't lead. So the definition that I use in my book, Leading at Mach 2, that you can use, whether you're running a conglomerate, you're running a country, you're running a squad, you're running a team on the assembly line, is that leaders create energy in others by instilling purpose to what people do.